It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, y'all. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. So is Shaquille O'Neal. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in their house, Chesapeake Energy Arena. Checking out Oklahoma City after splitting their first two games of the season. Tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny is saying,
Am I not your friend?
But you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
Said something. All right. Anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Man.
And you are my good friend.
Oh, thanks, Shaq. Now, let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said you can dominate a game in so many ways. That's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, DA. Thank you. Boy, Chris, how much fun is it to have basketball back? Talk about some of the things you personally look for early in a season.
Oh, man, what I personally look for in the beginning of the season is how guys develop. And a lot of that is body language. You know, are you putting your head down and dropping your head after a shot? Are you not running back on defense after a turnover? These are all little things that show what you're thinking about. You know, I just kind of check out the development, but again, the body language. Is the guy playing hard through his frustration? Is the guy giving his coach eye contact in the huddle? Is he being a great teammate by base being at an all-time high? I think now is a new golden era of basketball where you can have so much more fun because you are no longer held to rules of not getting out at the shot clock, not getting on the fast break. Coaches are now encouraging this style, so the game to me is a lot.
Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Here's Fox. Lays it up and in on the nice. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. No coverage that time. Off the mark by Sacramento.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19 already a physical specimen and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
On defense, Sacramento nailed from three-point land. He puts a lot of pressure on him.
I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
No, this is, if you can do those things and you're a great scorer, then I know that if you get double teamed, you can find an open man. But if you have, what is your temperature like defensively? Will you run back and get back and try to get a stop? What type of player are you overall?
Sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Here's Farrell, and the shot is good.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And McLemore slams it in.
Oh, you can't forget about the speed of McLemore. Uses it so well on his drives to the hoop.
Here's George. Count that bucket. George has got 11.
Night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
And that does it for the first quarter. Thunder lead by 8. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Thunder were at a fork in the road last season, but this team now as dangerous as ever.
And it goes down 2 points.
Defensive.
They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open and it's too
young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room.
5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Nice shot by Felton.
As a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Oakland. Adams sets the pick for Schroeder. Drains the three-pointer. Schroeder's got his third, 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Shoots over Fox. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist from Roberson. Westbrook's got 10.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
But excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Bogdanovich dishes to Fox. Another 3 for Sacramento. From Reno to nearby Stockton, California, which is a 45-minute drive from the Golden One Center.
Yeah, the Kings brand and support. I mean, it's all about accessibility for players and personnel. I mean, a definite change.
Seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Heald, Chris, is shooting well over 40%.
Winning all-time in career percentage. Let alone keep him in the league for a long time. And his overall game, it's only getting better.
Not a lot of
Westbrook. Heald right side. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance effective. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
But I was impressed with Paul George at both ends. His length, athleticism allows him to guard a number of positions. He can score equally well in the half court, but out in the open court, woo-wee.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
Back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself.
But I tell you what, it seems like it's speeding up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us fans.
Well said. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the 5.
Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
And the spectacular athleticism of McLemore, really coasting to the cup and finishing with some real style.
And he's got to be better in those situations.
I love to hear his explanation. The coach right there, I mean, that should be.
Knocked loose. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And you can sense things now starting to.
Subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's George over McLemore. George with the bucket. George.
You got to keep getting him touches.
Farrell for 3. Traps in the tray.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out.
Clock. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Farrell, and off the front iron, and McLemore. He's got 5. Here's Bagley, 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
Yeah.
Defended by George. And McLemore slams it in.
Oh, you have to admire the intensity of McLemore sprinting towards the hoop and jamming.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. For the lead, sinks the triple. Here comes in for Bagley. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Justin Jackson.
Offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad block. Labissiere leaping up for the forceful rejection.
Passes it to Patterson. Shot clock at 6. The shot's good on the assist lead at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. Right back after this break. You are State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Jim Grant. Russell Westbrook out there with Felton. And it's Noel in its center. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Man.
Here's Westbrook. And he makes that one.
Like how confident Westbrook is. Intensity when it matters most.
And he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team. It built up the confidence.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Jackson. From 12 feet out. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Hield outside. A beautiful reverse layup. Hield's got 9 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and Randolph with the lay-in. They kick out to Hield. Buries the long-range jumper. Hield's got 5 points now for Raymond Felton. Then for the Kings, Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Bagley in for Bogdanovich. Kufis kicks to Bagley. Lets the three fly, and Fox gets it to go.
Floor, which can create other opportunities.
The offensive rebound. Here's Westbrook. Kufis with the block. Hield, the pass to Randolph. Back to Hield. Here's Bagley. Randolph kicks to Fox. Another three for Sacramento. Adams dishes to Westbrook. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Bagley. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
Just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hield from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. De'Aaron Fox.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
On the road, Inato easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Zach Randolph. Zebo, what was the biggest difference tonight?
We just came out. We was more physical this game. And we came out with being aggressive, and that's what we had to do. We got stops and been aggressive, and everybody contributed tonight. It was a team win.
Well, physical is who you guys are, Zach. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.